Hello everybody, Tyrone the God 3 here, and welcome back to Dragon Ball Super Reviews. Today we'll be doing the episode review of episode 43. The episode's title, Goku's Ki is Out of Control? Lots of Trouble Taking Care of Pan. Another slice of life episode. This episode did a really good job making me as a fan laugh. This was definitely an episode for those who are fans of the series from all the way to early Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z alike, because it had something for almost everybody in this entire episode. There were some things that I started to question a little bit, but overall this episode was really good. So I'll do a quick plot summary and then how I feel about the episode. The episode begins with Goku not being as hungry as he normally is, which I'm glad that they finally made a callback to Goku eating a lot of food, because Goku's supposed to be the one that's the glutton when it comes to food. So he doesn't eat as much as he normally used to, which is funny because it's like he still finished a bunch of food. But Chi-Chi's like, you're not eating as much as you used to. So then Goku realizes that his ki is kind of acting funny, which, again, why, and I gotta ask this, why is it that Goku's body always goes through these weird turmoils, like the heart virus in this? Like, they do explain why he gone through this, but that's another I guess it's a slight conflict I have, but I also have an explanation probably for it, so I'll get to it when I get to it. Turns out it affects the way he flies, and it affects the way he controls his power. He can't properly control himself correctly and everything. Almost to the point where he basically breaks the house and pisses Chi-Chi off. Chi-Chi made the suggestion that Goku should go to King Kai's place in order to figure out exactly what's wrong with his powers. So, which is good. I love that Chi-Chi's the one that actually made that suggestion. It makes her a lot more knowledgeable and aware of her surroundings in terms of the Dragon Ball universe. She's not ignorant. She knows Goku and his capabilities and enough about Goku. She doesn't openly get as involved. Anyway, so Goku spends a lot of the a nice chunk of the episode trying to teleport to King Kai's place, and that's really funny because he winds up in funny places. He winds up at Bulma's house, and I love this. This is a callback to the original Dragon Ball and an episode that happened recently when Goku was trying to train with Whis, and he kept asking when Whis was going to get there, so he showed up while Bulma was taking a shower. And this one, Bulma's coming out the shower, and she's got nothing but a towel on coming into her room, and Goku winds up in her bed while she's like almost naked. Vegeta crashes in, and it just gets really hilarious at that point. Goku even makes a comment about Bulma's breast, like it was funny. It wasn't like a heart, like it wasn't like a hurtful comment. It's just, we all know Goku to be ignorant, like it's him to not know. And his sociability skills are very off, so it made it all the more funnier when he actually made the comment. Then he wound up at Krillin's job, and then he wound up seeing Aurelia again. It was great. And a lot of people were expecting, what's Aurelia going to do in the series? Is she going to be as strong as a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and fight off against the Universe 8, 9 character? No, she's not going to be that crazy. It was just a cameo, and I honestly liked it as a cameo, because it was just a nice callback to one of Akira's earlier works. So, yeah, after that, Goku just ends up in all these crazy places. Finally ends up at King Kai's. King Kai tells Goku that he is having a loss of ki control because of the fact that he used the Super Saiyan Blue plus the Kaioken technique together, so it put a lot of strain on his ki, which is weird. And the only reason I say this is weird is because an episode before that, Goku was fighting just fine against Beerus disguised as Monaka. So why now does he have trouble controlling his ki? Like, it happened so random. I think this episode should have happened before the episode where Goku fought Beerus for the fake Monaka. Because then it would have made sense. Like, some time has passed and his body has time to recover. But whatever, regardless. So Goku learns from King Kai that he has to chill for a while if he wants to get his Kai back to working in proper order. So he does just that, and in order to do that, because Goku accidentally blew up his house, until they get that fixed, they're hanging out at Gohan's place for a while. And when they do this, Gohan's actually at a meeting because of the events of the press conference that he had earlier during the Universe 6 and 7 tournament. So, while that's happening, Goku needs to take care of Pan, and it's funny because Piccolo has become basically Piccolo's a nanny. It's Nanny Piccolo in the house. Piccolo is like, hey, remember to do all this stuff, okay? And then he just sort of stays there. And I don't like this comment that Goku makes, but then again, obviously, Goku is stronger than Piccolo. But Goku is like, I'd lose to you in a fight right now based on my condition. I'd be like, damn, you ain't gotta straight up insult Piccolo like that. But whatever, it annoys me because it shows how blatantly strong Goku and Vegeta are compared to the rest of the Z fighters. But regardless, Goku's playing with Pan, and I actually really like this scene because it brings Goku much closer to Pan. Meanwhile, though, Emperor Pilaf and the gang over here was up with Goku, and they try to take this opportunity to go in and try to ambush attack him so they can get him out the way because his ki is just not in control, so they feel like this is the best opportunity to attack. While all this is happening, however, they wind up accidentally grabbing Pan, and this causes a crisis between Goku, Chi-Chi, Goten, Piccolo, and the others because they're trying to look for Pan. But while that's happening, shenanigans are happening with Emperor Pilaf, Shumai, and Pan. And while the shenanigans are happening, they go off into a ship to try to retreat. While everyone's looking, we actually get a really nice emotional moment for Goku. He stops and thinks about everything he did while he was hanging out with Pan as a grandfather, and we get some really nice character growth from Goku. This was a really great episode to develop Goku as a character without him having to punch somebody in the face. Because this was good. This was definitely the type of development we needed for Goku as a character. Like him sitting down and talking with Piccolo about how old he's getting because he has a grandchild. Him looking at how sad he is because he lost someone that he truly cares about. We finally are getting to see those layers of Goku that we haven't seen since Dragon Ball Z, Cell Saga, and Frieza Saga. We're finally seeing the true Goku here, and I love it. So when he calls out Goku, when Goku calls out Pan, this triggers Pan to boost in some ki. So Pan ends up accessing some ki and is able to fly now because the ship was going out of control that Emperor Pilaf was driving. Pan flies, and because Pan flies, she's able to fly all around, and she's able to get back to Gohan and Vidal's house in safety, and she is asleep there, and nobody even noticed that she was gone because she was asleep on the couch. So when Gohan and the others came back, Gohan turned down the job because he wanted to be with his family more, which is weird because he canceled being in the tournament because he wanted to be with the conference. So, I don't know. But regardless, he turned it down because he wanted to be with Pan more. And because of that, Goku hints at Pan being able to fly, but he doesn't even know that Pan can do it yet. And the episode basically ends on a really good note. Like I said, this episode really did a good job of not only making me laugh due to Goku's funny antics, but it also made me smile, and I got really, I thought it was a really nice emotional moment for Goku to have with Pan. And this is how you introduce Pan into the series, by the way. Obviously, this is where Pan is at her best, oddly enough, is when she's young versus in GT where she's just annoying. So Pan is doing a real good job just being a really great character overall, and the scene with her flying was definitely a really nice and emotional moment because it wasn't really intentional that Pan was flying because of what Goku did, but it was a nice coincidence that it happened around the same time because it brought us as the audience closer to both Goku and Pan, and Goku got to get closer to himself as a character because he is now a grandfather, and he's coming into terms with that. We really got to see Goku in a more three-dimensional side, and this is the most I think we'll ever see out of Goku's character throughout all of Dragon Ball Super. Because honestly, I think Dragon Ball Super has done, I'm not going to say they've done a lot with Goku to the point where he's drastically different, but you can tell that there's some differences between Dragon Ball Super Goku and Dragon Ball Z Goku, because there was more dimensions in Dragon Ball Z Goku, but in Dragon Ball Super Goku we see that Goku's more or less a two-dimensional character, whereas in this episode he became a three-dimensional character thanks to all of the events that happened. It's weird, when Goten's alone, he doesn't talk much. It's only when he's with Kid Trunks is when the two really get into antics. And I always thought that was kind of weird to me. But speaking of which, in the next episode, it's a big Goten and Trunks episode, because they'll be doing some stuff. And that episode is episode 44, the Seal of Planet Potapayu, Secrets of the Unleashed Superhuman Water. So with that said, I'll see you all then, everybody. Tyron the God 3 out.